I think we might have to kill that. Patrick, sorry, I thought I uploaded the Stampede Showband into Burley.
Might have, but I got the wrong part.
It sounded like it was just someone checking the microphones, which we do down here as well. That's unfortunate, but I did want to just give you a little bit of a snippet of one section of the Stampede Showband, because if you come down to the grounds, and especially down here at the Saddle Dome, we have had the opportunity to be entertained by some great marching bands. Ryan Hancock is the manager of the bands at the Calgary Stampede. He joins us on location. Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
We've also got this on Facebook Live. Are we hearing the band striking up, Ryan?
There is another band. It's actually another small ensemble of the Calgary Stampede Showband. They're walking right in front of us here.
Oh my gosh, and that's just it. You're down on the grounds and suddenly a marching band goes by. That is so cool. You've got to tell me, though, you have very deep roots in the marching bands of the Calgary Stampede. How far back does it go?
It goes back. I started when I was 12 years old in the Calgary Roundup Band. And then I was there for 3 years. Then I moved on to the Calgary Stetson Band. And then I moved up to the Calgary Showband.
Were you already taking music lessons, or were you just introduced to it in school?
It actually started with my older sister. She was in junior high band, got introduced to the Roundup Band. So then we would go to rehearsals on Thursday nights. I would see it. I was, amazed by the drummers. I was like, okay, I got to do that. So I started some piano lessons to learn some music,
yes.
And then I transitioned into drum lessons, and then I was able to do the drum line when I started with the Roundup Band.
That is so cool. Give me an idea, though, as you mentioned, the Roundup, the Stetson, then ultimately the show band, the Stampede Showband. It's got to be such a lot of effort to be able to finally perform here. Can you give my listeners an idea of the work that goes on up to Stampede?
I think what a lot of people don't realize is the amount of work that goes in. So these groups, they all start in September, and they will rehearse one weekend a month, and then every Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what group. So they put in, I know the show band for sure is about 800 hours of rehearsal before Stampede starts.
Ultimately, though, you've got to give up the band. How old are you when they say, sorry, you can't play on the band anymore?
Well, in the Roundup Band, once you get into high school, you move on to the Stetson Band,
yes.
And then Stetson, it's audition to get into show band, and so that's grades 11, 12, and some university students. And then once you hit the age of 21, we have to say, okay, you've been here, you've done 5 or 6, sometimes 7 years. It's time to move on. And a lot of those people actually come back and they start to teach and instruct the band.
Is that how you found yourself back with the whole organization?
That's exactly what happened to me. So I was in the show band. I actually went on one summer. I did the Troopers Drum and Bugle Corps out of Casper, Wyoming. I did a summer touring around the USA with them, just a marching band down there. Then I came up the next September and I was teaching the snare drums with the Stampede Showband.
And now you're managing all the bands.
Yeah. You start with a little section and you slowly take on a little bit more. I like to say the longer you stick around, like the more opportunity you have, and they have to promote you sometimes.
That is so great. Is it because you're with such a great group of friends that really gets you sucked into this?
Yes, we have, even in the staffing group, we have such a great close group of friends. Before I came on here, I was texting our little group chat of some of the friends we have, and like, okay, you got to listen to 770, and everyone's like, I'm listening, but I don't hear you. So maybe they're hearing me now. I think the phone might blow up a little bit, but we've got such an amazing team of teachers. A lot of us were in the band together. I know one of our great teachers who does the brass and the music coordination. We started in the Roundup Band. He was my conductor, my drum major, and now we're still working together all these years later.
Would a lot of them be specifically just to the Stampede marching bands, or are a lot of these kids also in high school bands?
Well, they have to be a part of the high school band program to be in the show band or any of the other marching bands.
Right.
So it's kind of a supplemental thing that they do in the community on their time off.
Right. Give me an idea. We see them here at Stampede so much.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the summer like? Do they do a lot of traveling?
Every band in the summertime, there is a tour. That's kind of the thing that defines the year in some ways. So this summer, the show band, we're going to Indianapolis. We leave August 8th. We come back home on August 13th. We're going down there for Drum Corps International Finals Week. So we have a couple exhibition performances and also a competition as well.
And so that must be a hoot then, too, to be able to take the show on the road.
Oh, it's just amazing to be able to, put all this hard work together and take it and showcase it to people outside of Calgary or Canada, just across the world. It's a pretty famous group these days.
Yeah. Tell me who selects the outfits, the uniforms, because I saw one of them. They were all in black, and I just felt for them. It was one of those days where it was 27 degrees down here.
I guess it's a collective between the leadership staff and also the uniform designers. I think you're probably thinking about the Stetson band.
Yes.
So they have mostly black, and they have some white and gold in there as well. That uniform is designed by a great friend down in the States, and then he brings the designs up, and we give him the thumbs up and go ahead with that.
Well, and you know what? It is the tradition as well. I mean, they looked awfully sharp, but I just felt for those kids as they're performing in front of all these people, because they're on their feet, and it's a marching band, so that's got to be taxing on these young people.
Yeah, I mean, with the show band specifically, we do anywhere from 20,000 to 30,000 steps a day during Stampede. So Stampede Parade, I think myself, and I'm not even marching in the band, I did 32,000 steps. So I can't imagine how many more the members actually did.
Is that what your phone or your watch is saying? Is you check your steps?
I'm always checking my steps, always.
Oh, that is so great. Well, I'm so glad we had a chance to catch up with you, Ryan. I know it's a busy time. Every day, how many performances when you look at all the different bands and stuff?
Well, the show band specifically, they do about 10 appearances a day on Stampede Park. And then with the small ensembles that we kind of saw going around, they'll do another 4 each, so another 12 or 15.
It must be a hoot for those people, though, to be able to perform in front of so many people.
They love it. There's always so much energy. They're just having the time of their lives.
It is fun to watch for sure. Thanks so much for stopping by, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Ryan Hancock, manager of bands at the Calgary Stampede. I will find that music. I swear I had the right piece of music, but we'll give you a sample of it later on. Let's check our drive home.
If you want to know.
Oh, you know what? Patrick just told me. Okay.